Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Dawnties and my name's Richele, and today I'm going to show you the finished version of my 2024 Disney bullet journal. So earlier this year I posted the first 7 months, as well as the yearly spreads and everything, all 100% Disney themed. So I will post that at the end of this video if you want to go back and look at that. But today I'm going to walk you through August through December, which have finally been completed, and I'm so excited to share them with you. So just as a recap, January was Frozen, February was Toy Story, March was Zootopia, April was Mary Poppins, May was Encanto, June was A Bug's Life, and July was Finding Nemo. So for August, I decided to do Monsters Inc. / Monsters U for a couple of different reasons. One, Disney Halloween parties start in August. Monsters U is, kind of school related, and school usually starts in August, as well as football starts in August. So I thought August was a perfect month to do monsters. So the quote I did was, "We scare because we care," and we have all of these monsters dressed up as the letters. And then, of course, the doors from the opening sequence of the movie. For my calendar page, I did Randall. I wanted to make sure I got him really good. The screen canisters, and of course, Boo's door. For my notes, I have a silhouette of the MU OK as well. And then I love my first week. I think it's so fun to have all of these doors as my boxes for each day that week. And then, of course, I have Boo sticking out here, and Mike and Sully as well. For the second week, I just have little images here. So I have Sully in his MU Letterman jacket with the football, and then Sully and Mike running scared. And then the last week, I decided to have a really large image of Boo, Mike, and Sully. It's a little happy family picture, it looks like. I really love it. It's kind of plain, the rest of it, but I thought this was really cool to just fill in a big space. So that is August. For September, I chose Rapunzel. Now, September was the only month I could not find a movie or kind of correlate a movie with the month. I have no family who was born in the month to do like their favorite Disney movie. So after going back and forth, I chose Rapunzel. So for the quote I have, "If you've got a dream, dare to pursue it." And of course I have little symbols as well. And I love the floating lanterns here. I really tried to do this like loose coloring, which I really do love how it looks, but I feel I have a hard time doing it because I want to color it all in. So I hope it kind of comes across as, kind of fun, kind of different. Then for the month, I did a lot of pinks and purples. Of course, I have a silhouette of Pascal. And then I love this like stained glass art piece. This took me some time to do, and I was really scared to do it, but I think it turned out really well. And it fills in a pretty big area. So I like that. Then for my notes, I have the silhouette of Flynn Rider and Rapunzel in the boat in the lantern scene. And then the first week, I really love this. Kind of have like a castle situation going. I have a spot for notes. I did have a quote down here, but I decided to remove it because this little section for notes may not work. So I left this blank so I can have this note section as well, but then a separate box for each day of that week. I think it's fun. It's different. I really liked it. Then, of course, I had to put in Mother Gothel. I made her silhouette that maroonish fuchsia color, burgundy color that she has. And then, of course, the Snuggly Duckling sign. I had to include that as well. I really loved how that turned out. And, of course, we have the frying pans and the lanterns. And then for the last week, I just did a whole bunch of different style of lanterns at the top and did more of a generic week layout. So for October, just like last year in my Hamilton bullet journal, October is the only month that's not dedicated to a specific movie. So for October, I did all villains. So I really love how this turned out, really colorful as well, which is really fun. And the quote I chose is, "You say villain like it's a bad thing." Of course, we have the poisoned apple, the silhouette of Ursula's hair, and the evil queen's crown, and then the Maleficent horns off of the V. And this was really fun. This is something I was dying to do, but again, I was really kind of scared to do it, but I think it turned out pretty darn good, if I say so myself. So we have October, and of course we have Dr. Facilier, Maleficent, Cruella, Jafar, the Evil Queen, Captain Hook, and Ursula all represented in this title page, which I love. Then for the calendar, I did a lot of red for like all the letters and titles of the pages. And then I just sprinkled in a whole bunch of symbols that represent several of the villains, even some that I didn't have on the main page, like Hades and Scar. But I love this silhouette of Maleficent with the little dragon in the negative space. I just think that looks really cool. For my notes and sleep tracker, I have bottoms up witches, and I had this image of all of these female villains as like cocktail drinks or adult beverages. I just thought that was really fun, really different, and just a fun way to sprinkle in those villains there. Then for my weeks, so this is actually a planner that we have. It's a Disney Villains, almost like a desk calendar that you can like tear off the pages and just kind of designate them to whatever weeks you want. So I took one of those pages and I cut them so I could have them laid out this way in the different boxes. So I just glued them in, and then the evil plans is like my little notes section. And then on this side, I have a bunch of the poisons and things from all the different villains, except for Drink Me. That is from Alice in Wonderland, but I mean, I just had to throw that in there. I just thought that was really fun. Then we have a silhouette of Ursula, Evil Queen, Maleficent, and Cruella as well. These four ladies seem to be a lot. Like whenever I looked up Disney villain images, they were really coupled together quite a bit. So I wanted to include them in a couple of different places. And then on my last page, October has 5 weeks, how I have it laid out. So I was able to use a big page to just put some extra fun stuff. So these two are from that Desk Villains calendar that we got. So I was able to cut out Ursula and Maleficent. And then I drew in Born Brilliant, Born Bad, and a little bit Mad from the Cruella movie. And then over here I have the Poison Apple and the Queen of Hearts with the Paint Them Red roses. I love that. So for November, since it is my birthday month, I went with one of my favorites. So we have Zootopia and Frozen already done in this journal. So I had another favorite that I designated for my birthday month, but it's extremely colorful and I did not want to take the time to try to draw out everything and then color coordinate everything. So everything in November is printed and just pasted in, which I mean is fine. And I went with Wreck-It Ralph / Ralph Breaks the Internet. So I have the quote, "I am bad and that's good. I will never be good and that's not bad. There's no one I'd rather be than me." And then I have Ralph and Vanellope kind of poking out of this hole in the brick wall, and I was able to put November down the bottom. I was trying to draw some of the pixelated letters and they're really difficult. So I was like, I'm just going to print everything and paste it in how I want it. So for my calendar, I have Fix It Felix and Wreck-It Ralph there, as well as an image of the actual Fix It Felix Jr., whatever his game actually is called. And I just thought that was really fun and a fun way to add that in here without having to try to draw all of this. Then for my notes page, I really loved the princesses, so I wanted to include them. So I printed out this image and just kind of cut around it and pasted it in for like bottom decor on this page. And then again, keeping the pixelated theme going with the letters. And then for my weeks, they are kind of boring, but I do have these images. I have Agent Calhoun and Fix It Felix, as well as King Candy. And I have Vanellope in her racer car, and You're My Hero. I love that. I had to include that somewhere. So for December, I could have gone a couple of different ways, but I decided to go with a movie that's not really my favorite, but I really like the aesthetic of it. I guess it's a Tim Burton aesthetic that I really enjoy. So I went with A Nightmare Before Christmas. And that says No Sleep Till Christmas, and then I have the kids Lock, Shock, and Barrel on the title page. I think this turned out really fun, even though, again, I've only seen the movie once. It's not really one of my favorites, either Christmas or Halloween movie, but I just really thought this would be fun and different for December. And then for the calendar, I have the silhouette of Jack Skellington as Santa Claus with all of the little skeleton dog and of course Zero flying. That's a reindeer. And then I found this ho 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 image I thought was really fun, so I drew that in. And then, so December is not a month that I work a lot. We have the last week off of work, and there's really not a whole lot going on as far as my role. So I thought my notes section could be a lot smaller, which I really liked having this image of Jack Skellington looking at the Christmas lights and singing "What's This?" So I sacrificed some of the space to make sure I could include that somewhere where it made sense. I really like that. And then I have "What's This?" I really like having the background red. I wanted to do something bold, and I think this turned out really good. So he's singing "What's This?" as he's looking at the snowflakes. Then of course the famous mountain silhouette, I had to include that and have a little Zero in there as well. And then I have the second week as silhouette of Christmas presents, all different kinds of Christmas presents. And then naughty is the new nice, according to Donna anyway. And then the next week I have I Believe in Santa Claus, with my boxes this week will be silhouettes of Christmas ornaments, different styles. And for both of these weeks, I'm going to be using like the negative space or the space around it as notes if I need to write any notes. Again, December is really slow for me personally at work, but I did leave some space around instead of having a separate notes section for that week. I have places to write some notes if I need to. And then the week of Christmas, I have Christmas wreaths as my boxes, quote unquote boxes for the month, for the week. And then I have all of these Christmas lights and of course, Merry Christmas from Jack Skellington. And then this year, there's only Monday and Tuesday of that last week is still December, is still 2024. So I decided to go big and just do 2 large coffins, or coffin shapes for the last 2 days of the year. And then I wanted to include Sally, Dr. Finkelstein, and Oogie Boogie for sure, since they really weren't anywhere other than the silhouette of Sally on the mountain. And I really wanted to have them just kind of like saying goodbye to 2024. And I was able to fit in Snowman Jack as well, which I think is really fun. And that is all of my 2024 Disney-themed bullet journal. And I am so happy with how this turned out. I really, really like it. I can't wait to continue this year and not have to worry about planning and figuring out the next month theme and all that stuff. So I'm glad that it's done, and it's the first week in March, and I can just enjoy it the rest of the year. So leave a comment down below. Let me know which of these months was your favorite, and if there was a movie that you wish I would have included in here, let me know. Some of them are very, very hard. But that's going to do it for us today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye!